Entwined, where threads turn into dreams. The story of Geet Joshi's handmade world. Welcome to the Spark series where we spotlight India's next generation change makers, innovators who prove that age is no barrier to imagination and entrepreneurship. Today's episode features Geet Joshi, the founder of Entwined, a heartwarming brand that turns simple crochet threads into stunning flowers, elegant bouquets, and meaningful accessories. What began as a hobby soon became a beautiful example of how creativity, emotion, and purpose can come together to build something timeless. Geet, welcome to the show. It's inspiring to see how your handcraft art and your heart weaves purpose. Entwined is such a poetic name. Tell me how this journey began. Was it curiosity, passion, or a moment of inspiration that started it all?
So, ever since I was young, I'm always a person who has been the art kid of the class. And around 4th or 5th grade, I started making thread bracelets. And by the time I was in 8th or 9th grade, I was a master of. I would make so many designs, gift it to my friends, print letters on them. It was my favorite job to do. So, when I came in 11th grade and I had to start a business as part of my entrepreneurship project, and my school was constantly telling me that now is the time to start your business, I realized that making only thread bracelets won't be enough for handling an entire business. And that's how I started to crochet. Within a month, like magic, I simply don't know how. I learned how to crochet and I was very fluent with it. Over time, 2-3 months passed by and I started making small crochet keychains, products, and my first ever launch was Christmas ornaments, which I launched last year in December. All my friends brought the products and they loved it. And the name, Entwine. Why the name? Because it suits me. I'm a very aesthetic person who loves elegance, and Entwine felt like the perfect match.
Crochet is often seen as a delicate, slow art. What made you think it could also become a modern business idea?
So, when you make handmade products, it has a very big value to it. So, especially nowadays, our generation, we love handmade products. Whether it's a birthday gift, a handwritten card, we value that much more than the materialistic things that you buy. So I knew that crochet is something that would go very well and fit well with this generation. And that's how I started making products that align with us. And I knew that teenagers, especially teenagers, would buy these products and it would become a successful enterprise.
It's a grandmother's hobby, but you've turned it into a Gen Z brand. How did you give this traditional art a fresh, youthful twist?
Okay, so first of all, I would like to say that it is not a grandmother's hobby. Maybe 10 to 15 years ago, if you would have said it's a grandmother's hobby, I would agree. But nowadays, crochet is one of the most trendy and handcrafted uh, things to do in our generation, the Gen Zs. So every 1 or 2 out of 10 people, you would find that they're either trying to learn how to crochet or they already have an established business. And we love crochet. We all are wanting to do something unique. And I'm pretty sure that everyone who finds someone that they're either making some handcrafted items, they just appreciate it a lot, especially in our generation. So our products that we come up with, not only me, but all of us, crocheters as a community in the Gen Z, these are such products that are loved by the elderly and even 5-year-olds. So I think this is how we have kind of bridged the gap.
Very well said. And I take my words back that it is not a grandmother's hobby because actually, grandmothers always say that when they were young, they used to do crochet. So it is not really a grandmom's hobbies. So Sorry about it, but yes, I really appreciate that you put the whole message out so well and so clear, very well articulated. So tell me, how do you balance school and entrepreneurship?
So, yes, there are a lot of days when there's so much work piled up, especially a person who has a lot of hobbies and a lot of activities going on. It is hard to handle my business. But crochet is also my hobby. So, whenever I'm free, I don't see crochet as a work to do. I enjoy it. And that's why whenever I'm free, I'll just pick up a thread and needle and I'll start crochet and I'm having fun. It's nothing that I regret. It's nothing that I feel, oh, it's a burden. I don't want to do this. So it is very easy for me to manage that since it's not like I'm doing this only to earn money because it's also one of my passions.
Every handmade creation carries emotions. What feelings do you hope people experience when they receive or buy something from Entwined?
I want them to feel special because, first of all, someone has spent so much time creating this beautiful gift for you, or if you're just buying a product from me, it still holds a lot of value because you can just easily go out there in the market, buy mass produced items for a much cheaper price. But no, you have decided to come to a small business, take a very special handcrafted item which is packed, made with love, delivered to you, and if you're receiving it as a gift, then it is very nice. You should feel like the most special person in the world. Because first of all, someone has spent so much time on it. And second of all, your friend or whoever relative has paid such an amount just for you. They can easily go out there and buy mass produced items and get it for cheaper. But they have decided to get you the best quality of it.
That's wonderful. This is an art that requires patience and focus. What goes into your mind while you're creating it?
I feel calm. When I'm crocheting, I feel calm. Just seeing the rhythm of the stitches go, how a tiny ball of yarn can become something so valuable, so big. It's very nice to see how it just, the process, how it works. And when I'm crocheting, I'm peaceful, I'm calm. I, it's not like I'm putting everything into crochet. I'm also thinking about other things that are going. So I feel like it's a thing that I do for multitasking. I'm also enjoying, but I'm also thinking about other things, which is kind of the best part of my day.
And how has your family influenced your journey?
My family is my biggest supporter. They are always sending me new ideas that I should do. They're always pushing me to expand my business, reach new areas, build my social media. They never ever told me that stop doing what you're doing. And I think this is becoming a trend in my family that every night, one night before a bulk order or a flea market stop, my entire family sits down, tying those flowers, putting those keychains, and this goes on till midnight, maybe past that also. Especially my brother. I always give him the job of making those flat birds or the pollens, and he does it. Maybe because he just wants to stay up at night, but he does work for me sometimes, and I also reward him. So yes, my family has always supported me.
Beautiful. I believe crochet is an art that connects generations. Do you see Entwined bridging between the generations, like the prior generations to Gen Z today, or maybe even Gen Alpha?
I do feel that it does bridge the gap because we are, as people, there are some people who still think that crochet is something that very few people do, or again, that only grandmothers do. But now that we have started, we bridge the gap between senior citizens and us. Now everyone knows about crochet. Everyone has seen extreme senior citizens doing it, to even little kids. So yes, crochet does bridge the gap. It does connect the generations. And we also talk about it. Once we find someone who's crocheting, that's our primary thing of discussion.
When I look at your products, it brings calm and happiness. Do you think handmade art has the power to improve mental well being or emotional balance in people's lives?
Yes, I definitely think so. As I mentioned before, Just seeing how the stitch goes, the rhythm of it, and how a tiny ball of yarn can become into something so beautiful. It brings a very different kind of peace to your mind. You are in a very big state of calmness when you're crocheting. And it's not only the person who's doing it. Imagine being gifted something like this. You also feel special. For maybe just for a moment. You'll forget all your worries and you'll think about the person who has spent so much time making this special item home.
And if you could teach crochet to children in schools or underprivileged communities, what lesson beyond skills would you want them to learn?
I would want them to learn that whatever you do it with passion. Because if you have love for what you do, then you can make anything successful. If you're not sitting there thinking, why am I doing this? You will have the constant motivation to do what you are doing. And the second thing I would tell them is hard work because you can't get anywhere without working hard.
Wonderful. The name Entwined itself suggests connections. How do you think your brand connects with people?
So we connect in social media too. When we see other crochet businesses or other young people trying to establish their brand, we don't see each other as competition. We are constantly supporting each other. We probably live like 2,000 miles away, don't know each other's name, but we'll make sure that we like the post, comment on it, give them a follow because we know their struggles. We know what they're going through because you are doing it too. So it connects us in a very different way. We support each other without knowing who we are. And again, once it comes to normal people, we are constantly gifting it to others. We are forming more connections back. Because when you gift it to someone, as I've mentioned before, it is very special. And this forms a different kind of bond. When you make something customized and personalized to their liking.
Interesting. And where do you see yourself growing in the next few years, say 3 to 5 years?
I see myself putting more market stalls because this year I finally started doing 3 to 4, but I can do more, but I'm not getting time. So maybe from next year, I really want to start doing for flea markets or stalls with collaborations with NGOs and other small businesses. And I also see Entwine collaborating with gift shops or cake shops, keeping gifts ready for the people who come in there as customers. And I also see Entwine as a brand on social media.
Today, as many choose technology over creativity, but you have changed the outlook. How do you think Gen Z is changing the meaning of entrepreneurship in India?
Yes, I do feel Gen Z is changing the meaning of entrepreneurship because Gen Z's primary task is not earning money. We don't want to spend our entire life doing something that we hate just to earn a little bit of money. Whatever we do, we want to do it because we love to do that. We do it with passion. And when we do things with passion, we have that constant motivation to grow even bigger. And I think that is what makes Gen Z entrepreneurs more successful.
Finally, if your crochet flowers could speak, what would they say about the person who created them? That's about you.
Okay, I think that they would say I'm a very aesthetic person, a person who likes elegance, a person who can mix match colors very well, and also a person who is adventurous and risky, likes to take risks once or two times. And yeah, I think that's what they would say about it.
Geet, your journey with Entwine reminds us that entrepreneurship is not only about ideas, it's about intentions. So, thank you so much for inspiring us with your creativity, your calm energy, and your courage to bring softness into a fast paced world. Thank you for being part of Creative Bharat today. We hope to see you again after you have crossed many milestones of setting up stalls and selling millions and millions of pieces. Thank you so much. Thanks.